If you have a video and you're looking for the perfect song with the right words, why not write your own? In this video, I will show you how I take my words and I write poems, and then I take those poems and then I have them turned into songs. So no more worrying about that infamous copyright that shows up after you've done everything you need to do to upload your video for viewing. Well, if you love writing poetry and you want to turn them into songs to alleviate having those type of strikes on your channel, stay tuned, because this is how I make my own music.
I'm really diamond, and I'm shining bright because I'm really grinding.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is S Diamond, also known as A Diamond Forever. And I thought I would come on and do a different type of video. I know a lot of us YouTubers make videos and we try to find the perfect songs to put in our videos that will not give us a copyright strike or to do something different than everyone else. So if you are struggling like I am when it comes to music, although I do have SoundCloud, I do have, of course, we all have the YouTube versions of songs that can be played within the video. And I also have another one. It is called, the thought escapes me at the moment, but there's various avenues that you can pull music from where you will not get a copyright strike if you choose to use those in your video. But with me and watching YouTube, it seems like I hear the same songs in different videos, same instrumentals in different videos. So I am venturing into, for my channel, I am venturing into Suno, S-U-N-O. But back in the day, coming up, I used to write poetry. And I tried out Suno probably now about 2 months ago. And if you notice that in some of my videos, the songs that are playing are songs that I myself wrote. And actually it was poems that I wrote. And I put them on Suno, and I had Suno make the music for me with singing the words. And with Suno, you get to choose what genre of music you wish your song to be played in. You can pretty much style it the way that you want, whether it's slow, pop, fast, groovy, jazz. I mean, the assortment of genres and styles that you can choose from are pretty much endless. So I said all that to say I'm going to walk you through how I go about writing my poems, and I take my poems and I turn them into songs that you hear playing in the back of my videos. So if this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned, and this video will show you the steps that I take to make my own music. So stay tuned. All right, first things you need to do if you write poetry is to come up with your title. And I'm going to title this one called I Am. So you'll watch me put it together in word form, and once it's complete, I will read it to you before taking it over to Suno, where I will then have it translated into a song. And they will give me several options. If I don't like those options, I can just hit remix or reuse, which will then take the song or the poem words, and it will regenerate a new song 2 at a time that they will give me to choose to see if I will then like those. So let me write what I'm going to write, and in reading it, you will understand how I place my wording, and we will go from there. All right, here you will see my first verse. I have yet to put together a chorus line, but for my first verse, I have here, I am a woman of character. I am a woman of grace. a woman of downfalls, but kept a smile on my face, a woman of old, a woman of wisdom, a woman of faith, and where I pull from, a woman of knowledge, a woman of strength, a woman of overcoming, no matter what situation I'm in. So there you have my first verse. So I will then come up with a chorus line, and I will then add probably 3 more verses, and then the chorus in between, and then at the end. And here you will see the Suno app that you need to download. Once you download, you go to the bottom and you hit the plus music sign that was in orange. And then you go to the top and then you hit custom. Custom will allow you to put in your own words. And once that's done, that's when you will then write your poem that you want created into a song the way that you wish. And underneath where you write the words of the song, you will then select the genre of style or the music that you want it played to. So here I am typing in the first verse, and at that time, once it's finished, I will then hit create. And then at the top of your screen, it will say your music is being created. And it usually takes no more than 2 minutes at the most with the experience that I've had. And then it will display 2 songs that you can then listen to and choose which style that they put it in that is to your liking. And if not, you can always reuse or remix the song by going to the original song, and you hit the 3 dots to the right, and then you would select reuse. And then at that time, you can change the style of music if you want to change it to a different genre. And then you just hit create and start all over again. And at that point, it will give you 2 more songs that may be to your liking that you can listen to.
A woman of overcoming, no matter the situation I'm in. I am her, she is me. A woman of all women is what I be. Proverbs 31 is how I choose to live. Passing on understanding is what I will give. I'm not perfect, just saved by His grace until He calls me home. I will continue to run my race, my day. A woman of virtue, a woman of prayer, a woman of many titles, layer upon layer. A woman of understanding who she is, connection with God, knowing I am His. A woman of honor, a woman of taking heed, a woman of serving and doing good deeds. A woman of control and one to take time, a woman of order, staying in her grind. A woman of compassion with a shoulder to lean. A woman of dedication to keep going in. I am her, to take it off. A woman of honesty,